You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Oh, did you guys want to snap first?
Oh, I totally want to snap. Keep that in. Keep it in.
Oof. Yes, I will. Hello and welcome to Movie Baders with the Farx brothers. I'm Kirk.
And I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
And we're joined with David Mair, filmmaker. We're going to spoilers. Why do you think this is a metaphor for, what was that again?
How men and women relate, like men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Like that's the vibes I was getting from this thing. Mm-hmm. And something to the effect of like when they're all done with their day and they come together around the campfire, the little doggy thing that we can now, like we're in spoilers, so you've seen the movie, that thing turns out to be the unkillable monster baby. Mm-hmm. Cool. So they formed their found family. And so, what did you like about your day? I liked when I killed the thing and the blood dripped down my face. And the face the Yotja makes right there, where it's like, that like you can see it in the eyes that he's like doing one of these as I felt and just the interaction of, so how was your day? I did very good at work.
Wait, are you saying men don't ask other people that? I mean,
oh, no. Let me be clear. I try to be the first one to ask Mrs. Farx, how was your day? I believe Mrs. Farx, who comes in and takes the picture, as the doctor can attest to, would say that I often do that. But if you're asking me how things are coded in movies,
I wouldn't. Okay, so your implication that she is acting in a way motherly to these two people.
She's acting in a nurturing way, which is often traditionally
associated
coded
with
as,
mothers, yeah.
Because she's the one that wants to keep the cute little monster too. Hey, feed the cute little monster. Mm-hmm. She's even the one, like that scene all right there just contains for me this like, and I totally accept that, gross. That's not, what this is. It doesn't have, but like with the male loneliness crisis and like how men can't get women anymore, just to get them to think like.
Well, he's not lonely. Technically, he's not lonely. His brother just got killed, and his father basically banished him from the clan. He has to prove himself back in. So I want to call him lonely, first of all. And
he lost his brother, the only one that cared about him. I think he's probably pretty lonely. If you and Nick went away, I would be so lonely.
Well, technically, he has that baby animal in her, so he's not alone.
Okay.
And then secondly, I don't know, she's not, I want to call it, sure it's nurturing, but I wouldn't call it motherly at all. So it's just like being nice. I think she's studying them more than, being nurturing. She's just a scientist here asking these animals questions. She's basically studying the yaksha.
Here's another counter to what the nonsense you're saying about her not clearly being coded as a woman and a nurturing mother. What is the name of the ship that she's from? What's the OS on the ship called?
Mother? That's right. Coincidental.
Well, that's
that was established previously, right?
Yeah, in 1979.
Well,
8 years before Predator.
Yeah. So I feel like it's maybe coincidentally is more than one thing, but I just thought that was an homage to Alien.
There's a lot of feminine energy to the Alien franchise, and I would argue, even just bringing in Alien versus Predator, like the Predator has always been, hey, do you like the guy from Lethal Weapon? How about Terminator? It's that fighting aliens, huh? On Earth. That's for dudes.
Yeah.
Whereas Alien, deals with greater themes and that sort of thing. Again.
So to since we're in spoiler territory,
you can say whatever you want.
The very end of the movie, his mother shows up.
Yeah.
Are we to believe that we've seen no female predators thus
we
far?
haven't. Only in the comics.
Correct.
They've
we have seen
shown
no
them in the
female
comics.
predators thus far in the cinematic history of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I guess we don't explicitly know that like the whole bunch of predators we saw at the end of Predator 2 were not females.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're have you guys ever played Mass Effect?
Yeah, I have. Mm-hmm.
The Asari, what are genderless?
Yeah, genderless
species.
They can mate with anybody.
Or maybe they could have like three genders, or like they have to form some sort of weird polycule to create some sort of rat cluster.
Voltron up into some kind of super predator.
Yeah. Or like, the seahorses where the man carries the
Yeah,
baby,
yeah.
carries the. I mean, all of these things could be true. It's not. And this is very much dudes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
there's definitely some dude energy coming off of
Yeah.
the
big
predators.
dude energy.
I would call that toxic masculinity. If anything, if that's the metaphor, that's the
Predator
metaphor.
is
Yeah.
toxic masculinity,
Yeah.
and it
Go
needs
out
to
there
be
and hunt.
overcome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the Farx brothers are here to try and fix
Tackle that.
Well, would you say that this movie overcame some of that?
Not in the
So-
slightest.
A little bit. It came.
So-
a little.
So, the one thing I was going to mention that is really the spoiler is that the title of this could have been Predator. The real skull trophy is the friends you make along the way.
It's a real long title though.
The real skull trophy.
Yeah, because they have the skull trophies in their ships,
Yep.
Oh
and that's
right.
really
Yeah.
what he was after. But he learned along the way that it wasn't so much the skull trophy;
Yeah,
it was the friends.
that's weird how they always have to grab the skull and the
Spine,
spine out of things. Because when he cuts the whatever rhino thing in half,
Yeah.
he makes sure to grab the skull as it's being split next to him.
Yeah.
And then he holds it up like, look, I've got half a skull.
I
in
mean,
each."
if you want to collect feet bones, the other predators can say you have a feet fetish, so you gotta take the heads, right?
Instead of a head fetish.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
head fetish. Yeah.
No, I mean, well, if you cut off a man's foot, he could walk. Well, he can't walk away, but he might get away. You cut off their head, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless, okay, here's I think when he cut the thing in half, like cut the head off the calich.
Well,
Callus. It was called
Callus, yeah.
Callus.
I thought you were talking about the other creature he
I was,
killed.
talking,
The
I was
rhino
talking
one.
about the other creature,
Yeah.
but then later he gets at the end of the second act, he cuts the callus.
Oh
head
yeah,
off.
before it pulls itself back together. He does. I forgot that he actually succeeded in cutting the head all the way
Shouldn't it have
off.
made two of them?
Yeah.
I
Well,
would have thought too, but
that was
no.
one of the things I'm like, this regenerative ability is a little bit much, I think.
Overkill.
Well, it's unkillable, so I like that.
Unless
And
you do it
even
from
though
the
he cuts head
inside.
off.
Unless you do it from the inside. That's why it died, right? Because it imploded and froze all the body parts. That's why it
Well,
can't
that was
come back
my
together.
wife was
yeah.
saying, like, why didn't it just reform itself after that too? It's it's
No.
the T1000.
It's inert because it's frozen. It needs
Yeah,
it
but
needs
with
kinetic
thaw-
energy. Yeah, you just got to kick it out into space. I don't know how they're gonna because he comes back with the little
But-
thing. And that's
Or
his,
it's like you
reward.
said, if he explodes it into like 1,000 pieces, then you have 1,000 calluses that form from the various particles.
If that's what they did, but instead, what it seems the way to beat a callus would be is to separate it and then keep it separated. Right?
We don't know how long that regeneration could go for. I don't know. The head seemed pretty far from the body when he cut it the first time.
Yeah, so you cut off the head, you put it on a ship, you fly that ship away. And then you cut up the other part of the body, put that on other ships, and you fly them as far
Yeah.
away. And okay, so do you think that a male callus and a female callus have to come together to generate new callus?
I think
don't
they
know.
reproduce asexually and they just generate a little
Yeah.
piece of them just pops off, you know.
But if that were true, then cutting off the head, and well, okay, what do you think has to happen for that to, get to there?
It like comes off like a bud that grows off and then just falls off. And
Yeah, it has
turns
to be a
into-
specific piece.
Hence why his name was Bud.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I thought when she said it the first time by the fire
But
that it was Bud.
Yeah,
I
I call
thought the
it-
name
I
was
swear.
Bud.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the subtitles so I can make sure that there's a D because I'm sure. Did you hear Bud or did you hear Bud?
I think I heard bud, but
Yeah.
I think bud would be better.
Do you think this alien planet looked enough like an alien planet? Because I'm arguing no. It didn't look enough like it. There's water.
well, the
and
creatures were
trees.
pretty alien.
The what?
The creatures were alien-ish.
That's a
like,
separate category.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have that in my head and in my notes as
what kind of
the world
alien
versus the
planet would you
creatures.
want? Like, it's gonna have trees. It's gonna have vegetation.
Why?
Why wouldn't it? Life
Because-
can only survive with this water, or life can only start with water on there, right? Isn't that like a basic
Are
rule?
we assuming that predators are carbon based?
Yes.
They have to be?
I mean, they're humanoid, so maybe.
We don't know what they breathe. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we don't necessarily. Well, he does take off in the original Predator movie. He does remove his mask and can breathe Earth air without difficulty. So one would presume that they have similar chemistry and therefore probably carbon based.
Okay, because let's accept all of that. And you think that do you think this world looked diverse enough from what, did it look alien enough? Pun intended.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it looked cool. It looked good.
Here's my problem.
Uh-huh.
Waterfall. Like, seeing a waterfall, it's like, well, it's just like Earth. It's kind of like when they go on a lot of the alien movies, it just looks like, oh, you guys went to New Zealand and shot, someplace in New Zealand.
What would you
that
like
I'm
to
not
see
likely
on
to
an
go.
alien planet? Like a donut?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, a planet, donut-shaped planet can exist.
Okay.
I know that, yeah. But I don't think, why would you want to see that?
I guess part of the problem here is that I watch Rick and Morty when a new season comes out. So, like, seeing, like, something really weird is what I thought of. And then when I take into account, like, these Guardians of the Galaxy movies, or even, like, a Star Trek movie and how weird different aliens look, and, like, Vulcan doesn't look like that in the 2009 Star Trek movie. And some of the other planets they go to in those movies, they don't look... I know they're a little more CGI, but this, I don't know, it just looks like you guys went out in New Zealand, which I know they did, and just shot and then added some stuff in the background.
Well, I don't remember any of the planets in Star Trek that they go to.
I'm thinking Star Trek Into Darkness, the planet they start on, and they hide the ship in the water.
Uh-huh.
But just like the way...
But there's still trees. There's some version of a tree on that planet, though. Isn't that still a little too...
The trees are like big flowers that have grown over their head, and I'm just
And
saying...
that's alien enough for you?
It's weird and different. This wasn't weird and different. It was just kind of like semi-exotic.
There are
like,
giant
freaky
slugs
creatures.
hanging off cliffs. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, okay, so you're trying to go with a counter-argument of, hey, like when they're in the razor grass or
yeah.
the pulsing, like, things that shoot darts out, were those different enough for you?
I would say that the planet was not exceptionally alien or creative.
I've gotten them onto my side. That's how
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, it was basically just like Earth with just a few little tweaks around the edges. Have you seen Scavenger's Reign?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's
wait,
great.
is that a movie or a video game?
It's
It's
a
a
TV show.
animated TV show.
It's an animated TV show, Scavengers. What's it
Yeah,
on?
it's only one season.
It was on HBO Max. I think it's maybe on Netflix.
Oh.
now. Outstanding. Highly recommended.
Scavengers Reign.
Yep.
And it's an animated show
Yep.
with planets.
Just one
One
planet.
planet.
Yeah.
And it's
But
very
it's like,
alien.
yeah, it has the most delightfully weird aliens and life. It's highly, highly recommended.
Okay. I will take this. I'm glad I like when something I have no idea. You've never heard of this either?
I have not.
Yeah. I love when something...
Did you like it, Kirk?
Yeah, I really liked it. I was hoping for a season 2, but I get why they want to just keep a limited series. They
Oh,
wanna-
so it has a satisfying ending as one thing?
I think it completes
Yeah.
its story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Alien Earth, you get to the end and you're like, if they don't make a second season
Well,
of this,
didn't it
it's
just
gonna
get renewed
blow.
for season 2?
It did. As I think I read that in the past day or two, and they the metatextual detail is the creator of the show, Noah Hawley, also upped his overall deal with Fox because they want him to probably make another season of Fargo, and knowing that he'll get to make another season of this. Great. The metaphor for this one was Peter Pan, whereas for Badlands, Dan Trachtenberg believed he was making a movie with Chewbacca and C-3PO.
Okay.
Do you believe what you think? You're okay with that metaphor for this movie, Badlands?
Well, I mean, I can see his point. I can't argue with him. At the end of the day, I mean, if that's what he thought, if that's what was intent, I can't argue with his intent.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me while watching it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to disagree with it. I can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from when he says that too. But
Do you agree it was a good goal to have a non-human Predator movie? Like, hey, we don't need the humans. We can make the Predator the protagonist.
I thought it worked. I know some people are like, because it really wasn't. It was different than the previous Predator movies in that it wasn't as gory per se. There was no red blood in it,
It was
but
Disneyfied. They had cute
I-
little animals. Okay, so let's go into creatures. How were the creatures for you?
they were fine.
Only fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What would criticism or what would push it in a positive direction for you?
I mean, there were all kind of things we've sort of seen before in some capacity, which is hence why I talk about Scavenger's Reign as one where you see some truly different and new sort of concepts.
Okay.
And it's sort of like they couldn't go all in and be, Avatar, have Planet of Pandora where they've got, a much larger budget and
Yeah.
team on that. So, I think they probably had a couple ideas and went with them, and they're fine.
Do you think this movie was an audition to get to direct like 4 or 5? Since Big Jim's saying, "Hey, maybe I won't direct 4 or 5 because these movies take a lot out of me."
It's certainly possible, and he's clearly a fan of James Cameron, considering the pretty significant homage at the end with the giant mech loader that was clearly based off the loader from
Oh,
Aliens.
Avatar. Oh, Alien, right.
Huh. Oh yeah. Because he talked about that and how he didn't want it to be used too much in action, and that the reason is because you already see a mech fight in Avatar and Way of Water. You see mech fights with the same kind of thing there, but they still used it enough to where I was cool with it.
But it was like yellow, just like in Aliens. I mean, it was
Yeah.
clearly an homage to that.
I don't like that it was just kind of like thrown in as candy at the end.
Yeah.
Versus how it's used in Aliens, where it serves it has a utilitous function, and then we can also use it to fight the queen.
Yeah.
And it's fan servicey to me.
Yeah.
It's like in Romulus when it's something and they say bitch or whatever.
She
Yeah,
says
that
the line
terrible
from-
line.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
What was the line?
Get away from her, you bitch. Like,
yeah, they took the line. They didn't do the loader thing. They just took the line and put it in a different context.
Yes.
It's
and it didn't make any sense, and it was
Because it was
just-
the robot guy saying
Yeah, the
it
robot
too, wasn't
said
it?
it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh man, that guy, that movie had a lot of pathos for me because I felt like bad for that alien, or excuse me, that robot. Like I cared about that robot, and his face really like had an effect of me. Where I've heard some people criticize Elle Fanning as being what either makes the movie for some people or ruins the movie at the beginning because it's like, she's tonally not in the same vein as other more self-serious parts of this movie.
No, I thought that she did a great job in the movie. I don't.
She makes it for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her and I know the actor who played the android, but he was great in that one.
The actor, in
Yeah.
Romulus.
Romulus, yeah.
I know him as the guy from Industry. That.
And he's, oh, he was in there, huh?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I did
got
see
you
it,
to
yeah.
watch I
All
made
Industry,
him watch
yeah.
a British show about finance, where that actor is David something.
yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
If you want a recommendation, sir, if you can watch with your wife, you can watch a British show about finance that has lots of faces you'll be seeing throughout other movies. That guy, for instance.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a show about finance and that sort of thing.
You're really selling me on it. It sounds really...
Yeah. I don't have a head for business, I think you say in one of our other segments, but I don't want to sell it. Do you watch like Succession or anything like that?
I'm working my way through Succession.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see how Wayland Yutani gets to be a large evil empire.
Yes. For sure. Yeah.
Are you, you're not big Avatar, are you a big Avatar
No,
guy?
I am not a big Avatar.
I wouldn't say big. I mean, I enjoy them, but
Do you think they have cultural impact?
Yes, because apparently people were sad at the end of Avatar, and they wanted more Avatar, but they didn't come out until years later. Yeah, wasn't there like a?
That's not the thing.
What is it?
Okay, wait. You're a psychiatrist. You can tell us if this is a real thing. Supposedly, there were people who were so depressed because they couldn't go to Pandora that they developed depression after seeing Avatar. Have you heard of this?
I have not heard of this.
So that's got to be bullshit. That's not a real thing.
What? I mean, perplexity. Go on.
I'm not looking up the perplexity of it. I want to stick on animals. Lunabug. I could talk about the
Lunabug?
critter. Do you remember the Lunabug?
That big like starfish thing.
Yeah.
That had 3 limbs that
Had
went around the
3
trees.
limbs, and then it goes into the razor glass and they have to fight it. I guess on critters, you said the critters were fine. You've seen them other places. He just said Lunabug, it kind of looks like a starfish, and I've seen something like that in Star Wars. I guess, throwing out the Lunabug as, it wasn't that one kind of unique, and like the combination of that plus the razor glass or the razor grass instead of razor glass, razor grass. I wonder if that's how they came up with it. Did any of these sequences, I guess, the combination of semi-unique environment, semi-unique creature, can we stand on any of those?
I mean, I guess that's like it was fine. It wasn't like amazing, but it was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like I just let it wash over me, and I had a good time, and nothing was so bad that I was like, that makes no sense, and I can't enjoy it now because it's so stupid. Like the aforementioned Prometheus.
I will instead pivot to a theory around the Callisk.
Okay.
I think the Callisk is a metaphor for the idea of evil, in the sense that you can't ever kill it, and that's why they made an unkillable thing as the MacGuffin, I guess, of the movie. We won't say it's the antagonist.
But they do kill it at the end, so
well,
they
freeze it, they slow it down. I don't think the Callisk is dead. I guess we could debate whether or not we think the Callisk is dead.
definitely dead.
You think it's dead? You think it's dead? Could it be reformed?
I'm going to say it's not dead, and
Yeah.
if they'd had a post-credit sequence, they could have had it reassembling, and that would have been cool.
Because we'll see. I bet if they do the Avengers thing, we'll see it again. How do you feel towards my? It's a metaphor
For evil that can never be
because
defeated.
you can never like. So it's like, oh, we need to stop terrorism. Terrorism is bad. Okay, how do you stop terrorism? We kill all the terrorists. Okay, does that work? No, you can't ever kill all the terrorists because by trying, you have 20 insurgent. This is General McChrystal, insurgent math. You have 20 insurgents, you kill 10. How many insurgents do you have? You think
40.
exactly, because the 10 you killed, each one of them had 3 brothers, sisters, or people who are then radicalized by the killing. So you actually, the thing to do is not to try and stamp out evil. The thing they had to do with the callus, I guess, was to get something inside it and
But
freeze
it's
it from the
not
inside.
evil. It's not inherently evil. It's just trying to protect its baby, or it's just living, and these people are coming after him.
It's
Yeah,
opposing
and also
force.
like the Predator clearly is not on a mission to destroy evil.
Yeah, that's a little weighty for a Predator, any Predator movie, I think.
It could be a metaphor for something else, but I don't think it's for evil.
I think it has regenerative capabilities because they had to make it big. They had to put it up on a pedestal and say it's unkillable. Well, how do you show unkillable? Like, I mean, it could
They
just
haven't
die
used
and then
that.
come back to life, but like it's more dramatic. It looks cooler on screen if he actually cuts its head off
Yeah,
and it
then
pulls
regenerates.
himself back together. I think that's why they did that. I don't think it's
Yeah,
I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
Obviously, that's why. But I need to attach some meaning to this movie
know.
because otherwise
Well,
it's too simple.
What if you flip the other say that it's a metaphor for hope or goodness, and that even the Predator can't kill hope and goodness?
Yeah, wow.
And actually,
Whoa.
The
on
friends
the journey, on
find
his
along
journey
the way.
to
Yeah.
destroy it, he has turned, and he becomes
Friends
an
of the
agent.
robot and
And
the
a
child
babe.
of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about finding your own clan, Kyle. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Predator, about finding your own clan. So there was, what he did talk to Big Jim about was that moment at the end where I am deck of the Yotja or whatever, and then it cuts to the title, and then it comes back and shows the mother reveal. The reason he did that is because he didn't want it to end on the mother reveal, and they thought that it could be confusing since they'd been talking about Weyland-Yutani the whole time. Like, oh, do they mean mother as in like the operating system for alien ships?
Oh, okay.
And apparently he decided to put last beat is deck is Yotja, then come back with that. And Big Jim was like, I love it. And he wrote him
Wow,
like
big
a very
approval.
long email, according to him. That is why the movie is beated out that way and doesn't have.
What do you think he's setting up for something, or is the next movie not gonna have anything really to do with Badlands? Because technically,
Guess first.
okay, go ahead.
Do you believe he's setting up for something? I think the answer is objectively true.
Yeah, definitely.
You think he's definitely, and why do you feel that way?
Because why would you have that if it wasn't? You wouldn't have it at all if there wasn't a setup for something.
Okay.
Are they do you think there's a connection back to Prey, or is it more connection maybe to
Was there
Killer of
something at the end of
Killers?
Prey that I'm not remembering?
No, it's actually Killer of Killers.
Makes that connection.
At
Yeah.
the end, the guys, the predators traveling throughout time to get all of the killer
Yeah.
of killers. Mm-hmm. They have them together, and they're all in cryo state for something, Battle World or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll show up in Secret Wars. If you get the reference, I'm sorry. That's the Avengers 6.
Yeah.
I know he didn't get it. And he's
No, because I remember back in like 2011 when they're saying what they're gonna do in 2026.
Yeah, the
Like,
roadmap.
yeah, Secret Wars. Oh, okay.
Well,
They're gonna merge all the cinematic universes into the yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't Disney do that at this point? I thought maybe for a while they were doing all the live action stuff because they were gonna like do a live action movie where all the princesses got sucked into one, or do Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I mean, technically they could just exist in the same universe anyways and be a part of the same planet.
That's
Yeah.
you're referring
Yeah.
to what Frozen does, but I guess I prefer more. Was Predator's always been Fox and Alien's always been Fox. That's why they've been able to play footsie with this. Ooh, what if we brought it together thing?
Yeah, I'm still surprised it took it. I mean, it took them almost as long to do that as it took for Freddy versus Jason to happen after New Line took over Friday the 13th.
Whereas Fox just had them the whole time.
They had them the
and
whole
could've
time. Yeah, and both were sitting dormant for a while before they did the
been- yeah.
Alien versus Predator.
Do you like when your toys play with each other? Do you keep things separate on your plate still when you're eating food?
I mean, in theory, I like it. I'm trying to think if it's been pulled off well ever. I mean, the Avengers, they did it well, but they knew that from the outset. And then they tried to kind of do it in the DC side, and it didn't work at all.
I wouldn't go comic book direction. I would use the Fast and Furious franchise, taking the folks who are on one side of the planet and bringing some of the folks from the other side of the planet.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think I don't know. I feel like with Avengers, it's a lot harder to bring them all together because they seemingly seem to be part of such a different world. Like Thor, he's off planet. Captain Marvel, she's off planet, and then you finally get them together. But if everybody's on the same planet, and technically they're out of order too, so we don't know who's dead and who's coming back.
But you're also
they always
talking
come
about
back.
like two separate franchises entirely. I mean, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is all kind of in the same Marvel franchise, whereas like Aliens and Predator were clearly two completely separate things that they sort of smashed together. Same with like
they've only
Freddy
been
versus
like
Jason.
recently like been intertwined. Yeah, they weren't intertwined from the start. Yeah,
And there was no intention to do so either.
Yeah.
There was crossover in like comics and books and stuff before it got to the 2000s movies, and I think there were video games before. Like basically, video games and comic books are all good with. Hey, we don't have to worry about the continuity of everything.
Oh, sure.
We'll
Yeah.
And so it starts there, and then
that's why there is actually a comic book version of Ash versus Freddy versus Jason because like you can just do it as a comic book. Like the movie there's no chance in hell that movie was ever gonna happen as a movie.
I have the Predator versus Batman. As, I think I have 3 out of the 4 of them.
Wow.
Oh, okay. You're gonna laugh, but yes, there has been a good fusion of 2 different IPs into one movie, and that is when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles met Batman in a.
Yeah, I like that one.
There's a cartoon movie. It's like 80 minutes long. and it's got slightly too much blood for the children I have shown this movie to multiple times. Not just my children, but other people's children. Like, no, it's Batman, and it's also a little too scary for them because classic Batman villains get mutagen at a certain point, and they become like nightmare versions of themselves, like a snake version of the Joker. So yeah, that's good.
That actually takes me back. There was like the really old Hanna-Barbera cartoons with
The
like
anti-drug one.
I don't know. If, I don't know.
You know that
But
one on top of
there
your
was
head?
like the what's his name? The dog, Mystery Machine, and Scooby-Doo with Batman
Oh yeah.
crossover. I mean, that's definitely IP that was completely separate that they just threw together for no reason.
Is it easier to do it with cartoons then?
Yeah,
Maybe,
because
right?
people have a separation of like. I think that was like, you almost should have had Killer of Killers come out before Prey, because it would have primed the audience for, okay, we're gonna see this sci-fi creature, this horror creature, in different time periods, and I feel like we get more experimentation like that with sci-fi than we do with horror. Like, you don't see Jason showing up with Native Americans.
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't
why
make
would
sense
he? Yeah, that
because
makes
the
sense.
mom of Jason wouldn't have, been upset and killing. But like Freddy Krueger can do it. So like, could you get
Why can't
Freddy
he do
Krueger?
it? Doesn't he have a certain time when he does
no,
become
you're
Freddy
right, 'cause
Krueger? Yeah.
he's probably, but he exists as an ancient. Whereas like the Pennywise, they can go
Yeah, they
back,
get back.
and further back in time, and they're doing that.
Well, what do you think the movies are leading up to, though? Are they doing a Alien versus Predator eventually, or are they
I
doing
think it's
just
gonna be a
Predator?
Battle World or something. Like just the Predator, or what
Yeah.
do I think? Are they going to do Predator versus Alien?
Because I kind of feel like that could be the setup too, given how much Romulus kind of. I mean, I don't know how much they're setting up, but those two could come back together and just. He can
I
fight
don't-
the Promethean thing.
I don't think Ridley Scott lets it happen while he's alive. Because I
For them
think
to come
Ridley
back together?
Scott's heavily involved in the Alien, like
Again?
yeah, and he's a producer on the TV show. He was involved with Noah Hawley making the TV show. He was involved with Fede Alvarez making Romulus. You don't have someone like that on the Predator side. Dan Trachtenberg is kind of becoming that person, but it's not even like it's his own. I guess it wasn't Ridley Scott's own thing, because he was brought on as director to something that somebody else wrote, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess, what do you want? Do you want these things to merge? Do you want
I would say what I really want is new stuff. Because we're going back to the well too much these days. And just, bringing back things. I mean, I enjoy the Predator movie, but like, let's do something new. There's not enough new stuff.
There's not enough new stuff. Original movies this year. Have you seen Sinners?
Black Phone too. Oh,
Sinners, yeah.
You've seen Black Phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Black Phone 1 and 2, that's a universe unto itself. It's
Yep.
new. I mean, clearly they took a hard turn towards the Freddy type thing. And I want to have a completely separate episode because Nick doesn't agree with me on like, hey, I think they set this rule up and then they fulfilled it, and he would argue
do
they
any.
didn't.
No, they didn't. They didn't have a rule book. They just did whatever they felt like.
toss
But
it out the
none
window.
of this bothers you in Badlands. There isn't like a rule book. They kind of establish things on their own.
There's absolutely a rule book. Like like having these like those things that like puff up and then explode and shoot the thorns out or whatever, and like setting out like here's what they do. They start to puff up when you get close. Like that's a rule. Like I didn't bump on anything in Badlands. I shouldn't have liked the movie because they're making the Bud character like the dog in Superman, and I hate the dog in Superman. Everyone knows I hate the dog in Superman, but
You do?
yes, I do. But I liked Bud. I'm like, it shouldn't have worked for me, but it did.
Well, it's because it's kind of an evil killer thing, and it's the reveal of it in the plot. I think for you is it's tied so directly into the goal of the protagonist, Bud, right? Because he's out to kill Bud's parent.
Yeah.
But also-
even before you know that.
Better behaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hate Crypto and Superman?
Yeah, I would say.
What the? Do you have a dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like we hate dogs over here. We
I
just
didn't
hate.
say that.
We hate
I have
shitty
a
movie
golden
dogs.
retriever who's a very sweet dog and will not behave the way that horrible dog.
Well, that's kind of the whole thing, is that the dog acts horribly because Supergirl is irresponsible.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's very much, and because Superman's such a good guy, he's watching his cousin's dog, and the dog sucks. You ever watched a kid or dog that sucked because they had a bad parent? I have.
Yeah, but it doesn't need that much screen time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, oh, it's cute. Oh, and now it's kicking someone's ass. So now it's cute again. Oh,
You
now
like
it's
Eagly. Wait, do you? Oh, wait.
Eagly? Oh.
Eagly is from Peacemaker.
Yeah, but
which
he doesn't
we
show up
talked
that
about.
much.
Eagly
He's not
shows up
in
a bunch
that
in
much.
season 2.
Also, as an eagle, I think they're just funny. How
Legally works because it's satire with
Comedic,
the
yeah.
whole like American thing. Like, of course, he's gonna have a giant eagle that follows him around
Yeah.
everywhere.
Okay.
So that's like the satire, but like, and
That's
also
right.
it's just like it just does its thing. It's eagly. It's not trying to be cute one minute and then like, oh, now it's an ass kicker. Now it's a badass the next second, which is what bothers me about the dog.
Well, for me, the Bud was like the equivalent of a save the cat type device of, oh, we need something for the protagonist to care about that's externalized from him, that's separate than the exposition machine that we hired this, actress who can actually help sell the movie. We have in it for, but I don't dislike any of those things. I just, in my head, am going, oh, well, this serves this utilitarian purpose for the plot. And it's really cool because it looks kind of like a monkey dog.
Yeah,
And I like that thing.
with a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog face.
Oh,
behind
good.
it.
Kind of a
Yeah.
pug face, like a
Yeah,
pug.
we're a pug face.
Oh, yeah, I
then.
guess.
Oh,
I'm
you're thinking
thinking
of
the
Ugly
eyes.
Sonic, aren't you?
Maybe I am,
You're thinking of
and
Ugly
I'm also
Sonic.
probably thinking mostly of the eyes.
You've not seen any of the 3 Sonic movies, have you?
I've seen parts at your house most of the time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
My young children, really into the Sonic movies. Are your
The,
teen?
we watched the first 2. The first one was surprisingly
Not terrible.
okay.
Yeah.
The second one was quite awful,
Okay.
as I recall.
That one is wildly appreciated by my 4 and 5-year-old for all of the various characters and like the clear parallels to like when they go on their Indiana Jones adventure, and they're basically cribbing from Jumanji and Indiana Jones when they do that section of the movie, and my kids love it. They don't like Indiana Jones. They maybe would like Jumanji. It's a little intense for them. You should see Sonic 3, and I mean this very... But here's why. Because Jim Carrey gives a dual performance. Kind of like how Elle Fanning gave a dual performance in this, and I thought she did a good job. Did
She
you
did great,
enjoy
yeah.
her like playing the
There wasn't
antagonist?
enough
If
evil
that's the
though,
best
person.
selling point you can make for it, I don't know that that's gonna make me.
Jim Carrey literally spanks himself in Sonic 3. It's so funny. I laughed. Maybe it's because I have to watch these movies with children between the ages of 3 and 12. Usually about 4 of them when I see these movies in a movie theater. But I don't know. You don't like the Minions movies either, I assume, if you can't stand Sonic 2. Is it specifically the way they like went to different places in Sonic 2? I want to try to diagnose
I
that.
just think that it just got dumber and not funny, like, for me.
Cool. No, I totally appreciate that. To me, these movies are made for fucking 8-year-olds.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you can, well,
You can make a movie for an 8-year-old that's still cool.
yeah. Yeah.
The Predator movies and Alien movies are not that.
No, they're not
the
that.
The Avengers movies are that. Often. I know
Yeah.
because my 4 and 5-year-old
I mean,
has to watch
most
them.
Pixar movies are ones that can be appreciated by all ages, but
But then they make you cry by like the first 10 minutes of Up.
well, okay, some are more heavy than they needed to be, but
Wait, you think Up is heavier than it needs to be?
well, no, I mean, okay, let's just say the
good.
first 10 minutes are good, and then it just isn't as good after that. But
Because it gets goofy with the dogs and the bird.
Yeah.
I'm specifically talking about.
I mean,
Up
it's
now.
fine, but I mean, I guess the point I was trying to make is that you can have a movie that kids can enjoy, but that isn't stupid.
I
enough,
100%
yeah.
agree with
Agreed.
that and think it's possible. Just like you can have a Predator movie that has no metaphorical value in any way, even though I, Kyle, have found both the way men and women relate to each other and then the rumination on what is truly good or evil as being things you could clearly draw from this movie.
Wow, I think that's a great place to end it because we learned so much on this debate.
We didn't. What are you talking
We
about?
learned 2 things from this movie.
Sure.
Yeah, more or less. Well, stay tuned for our interview with David Mair. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
And I guess there's effects in there. How long did that one take you? Because that was a one shot.
Yeah, it was actually a lot in that one, more than you probably think or realize.
Sure.
So that one took a lot of time, and for fairly kind of subtle effects, like every candle flame on there was comped in because
Wow.
they're basically not moving at all for the first part, but then once the evil object emerges, then they all start flickering, and so I had to do that all in post, and so like he moves in front of some of them, so I had to rotoscope.
Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.